Welcome to 10-Minute Violin. I'm Miguel Ramirez, and this is the Bowing Fundamentals Overview 10-minute practice video. Remember to watch the Bowing Fundamentals Overview training session before starting this video, and always go back to it if you need to refresh yourself on the details of these exercises. Follow the links below to book an online private lesson with me or John, and as always, please hit subscribe. Hit the bell to be notified every time a new video comes out, and like and share it with your friends. All right, let's get started. First, we have hooked thumb bow lifts. We're going to hold our bow up here and go ahead and start. We hook the thumb and we raise the bow 90 degrees and let go of it every time so you can place it, replace it every time on the frog. You don't need to lift it as far off the bow as I'm doing right here. I'm just showing you that I am replacing it every single time. And again, if you fumble with this at first, it's okay. Just keep trying. You will get it. Make sure the thumb remains hooked and you're on the inside corner of the thumb and the dots are lining up like we did in the training session. All right. Next is palpating right hand fingers. So we'll start here with the thumb like we just used, and the inside corner of that tip of the thumb, inside corner of the tip of the pinky, and those are just dots there. Next we'll palpate the index finger. Looks like 3 different lines here, but remember when I curve my finger, it goes just right there, and so you can do that. Remember, it goes all the way from the side of the finger over here. The middle finger, here's where the stick is, and then it goes down to where the frog is there, and then here is the ring finger, and it just covers the eye of the frog there. Next is bow hand form on the bow. So we have our thumb, we know where that is, and then we're going to line up the markings with the markings on the bow. Markings of my fingers with the markings on the bow. And it looks like this. So again, we're here. You can keep your thumb nice and hooked there. Check that out. And then we're placing the fingers with the corresponding marks. Markings on my fingers go right with the markings on the bow. Markings on my fingers go right with the markings on the bow. Next is bow placement on the string. Going to need our violin and bow for this. And in the middle of the bow, the good bow hold, we're going to place it on the bridge or near the bridge here. Then we're going to go to the fingerboard. And then back to the bridge. And then we're going to go and visualize that point in between in the middle. And then back to the bridge. And back to the fingerboard. And then to the middle. Fingerboard. Middle. Bridge. Fingerboard. Bridge, middle. Next we have arm lifts. So first we're going to raise our hand to the ceiling. And remember, this is the right hand that we're raising to the ceiling. And back down 180 degrees. We're going to feel the collarbone as we do this. And back our shoulder blade. So those less obvious motions. We're going to switch that to the elbow. And we're going to keep feeling there. And we're going to feel up here, same elbow. With the collarbone there, feel that. And then why don't we try also putting our elbow at 90 degrees and do the same exercise and practice that horizontal forearm that we're going to use for our bow changes at the middle. So again, we're still leading with the elbow here, and everything is just following the same way. All right. Next is the bow arm levels mid-bow. Going to get our violin position. Here we go. We're going to start on the E string. Remember, our forearm is horizontal. Then we're going to go to the G string, and we're going to keep our forearm horizontal. Back to the E, and back to the G one more time, still horizontal. To the D, to the A, D, A, E, and G. Next is table bowing. So we have our violin here on the table. We're going to put our bow in the middle lane and just go ahead and play. Normal speed bow. Make sure that it's parallel to the bridge and perpendicular with the strings. If it goes out of the lane towards the bridge, bring it back to the middle. If it goes towards the fingerboard, bring it back to the middle again. Next are the tube and dowel exercises. I have my tube here in my right hand, dowel in my left hand, and I'm simply going to slide the tube across the dowel. And remember, we're going to do different angles with this, getting those straight lines made with your hand over the shoulder like this, and up high, and down low. And then we'll switch the hands. We'll put the tube in the left and dowel in the right, and do the same thing here. Steep angle like this, angle going down and towards the camera there, and we could do it again over the shoulder like this. And don't forget, you could even switch hands if you want, but we're just trying to get creative with our angles here and just get those straight lines going with the hand. All right, next is the tube and dowel exercises on the violin. You can look back at the training video if you want to know how to attach this. And so let's go ahead and get started. Put the dowel in the tube and start making those same straight lines with the hand. Now the tube is being held by the violin and not our other hand. And we're just going to simply go back and forth a few times here, getting used to making those straight lines. All right, that's it. So I want you to keep your tube attached to your violin, but we're going to set it down for now. And we're going to practice the bow arm levels of the frog and the tip with a closed arm. This is the frog, and we're just going to try to get to the G string like this, and the E string, the G string, and the E string, and then the A string, D, and G like this. So we're just going to practice it in the air. We're going to practice those motions at the tip too. Extension, full extension here, and we're leading with the hand just like that. G string and E string, and everywhere in between those two places. Okay, so now we're going to do the tube dowel bow arm levels at the mid, frog, and tip. And we'll start with the mid bow. Start on the E string. Let's go to the A string. Let's go to the D string. And G. And A. D. E. And we're horizontal the whole time. G. Okay, we're going to go to the frog. And we're going to start on the E string, where we're horizontal. E, A, D, G, slanting down. D, A, flattening out, and then E, finally horizontal again. G, and E. All right, now we're going to do the tip. E, we're slanting down. A, D, and G, slightly slanting up. D, horizontal. A, slanting down, E, slanting down, G, slanting up. All right, finally, the tube and dowel 3-point bow draw. And so we're going to start on the E, and we're horizontal here. We're also going to be horizontal at the frog. So we're going to lift that up, and then back down to the middle, horizontal, back to the frog, which is also horizontal, and then back to the middle. And then we're going to continue that down all the way to the tip and slanting down towards the hand there at the tip, back to horizontal there, and then back to horizontal on the frog. And we're just going to go through that whole string now. Here's the E string motions. Very good. So we're going to change now to the A string, again starting horizontal in the middle. As we go to the frog, we slant down towards the hand. Back to horizontal, slanting down towards the hand. Back to horizontal in the middle, and then slanting down towards the hand again as we go to the tip. Back to horizontal and slanting down. We're going to do the whole A string, slanting down at the tip, back to horizontal, and then slanting down slightly at the frog. And that's your 3 points for the A string. Let's go to the D string. We're horizontal here in the middle, like always. And as we go to the frog, we're going to slant down quite a bit. And then back to horizontal in the middle, slant down quite a bit, back to horizontal. And then as we bring it to the tip, we're pretty much stay horizontal. And then back, slanting down, horizontal in the middle, pretty much stay horizontal, or maybe a little bit slanting down. Okay, and that's your 3 points for the D string. Now we're going to go to the G string. Middle is always horizontal. As we go to the frog, we're sloping way down towards the hand, back to horizontal, sloping way down towards the hand, back to horizontal. And then as we continue to the tip, it slopes up towards the hand. Back to horizontal, sloping down, back to horizontal, and then slanting up slightly towards the hand. And so here's your complete 3-point bow draw for the G string. Looks like this. So that's it for today.